Hi, everybody. I know it's been a while. Did you forget me? I hope not. I'm kind of hard to forget. You like my hat? This is my old Christmas hat from Walmart. Of course, it didn't come with all the beautiful things on it. It was just red with the little white snowflakes. I can't be normal. No. Oh, and it's all supposed to flop, but I'm like, flop? Who wants a floppy hat? Not me. So, is everybody getting ready for Christmas? I know I am. I went Christmas shopping today. I got paid last night. Went Christmas shopping today. I only bought a few things. I'm broke now. You know what I mean? So, did everybody have a great Thanksgiving? I hope everybody stayed safe, and I hope you remember to turn your bathroom scales back 15 pounds the night before Thanksgiving. Because we don't want to be judged. So just turn it back the night before, and then you'll be fine the next day. Works for me. Okay, so I don't know if anybody remembers that I had blue hair before. I don't know if I had blue hair when I was doing my videos. I'll have to look back. But normally I have brown hair. Well, it's going gray. Okay, but during the first part of the pandemic, back in March, I dyed my hair blue, and it was like blue. Very, very blue. Blue. Yes. Okay. But it's the kind of stuff that washes out after 30 washes, so it took longer than that, but that was a good thing. Well, I bought some dye, and I decided I wanted to try something different. And I chose purple and pink. So, Sabrina, my son's girlfriend, she dyed my hair for me tonight, and what I wanted was purple and then for it to turn to pink. Well, the pink dye didn't work too well. So we're going to bleach the bottom of my hair and then do just the pink another day. So, but I want to show you how it turned out. Oh, and I also, from when I dyed my hair blue, I should have learned a lesson. I didn't. I'm nice. I'm polite most of the time. I'm generous, but I'm not always smart. Last time and this time, I forgot to get Vaseline. Now, for those of you who have dyed your hair, Vaseline, you know what you do with it. Those of you who don't, you take the Vaseline and you put it on your skin around your hairline, so that if the dye gets on any part of your skin, you can wipe it right off. Well, we don't have any Vaseline. But I didn't think of that until after she had the dye on my head, and I felt her dab it on my forehead in more than one spot. So, the big reveal. Okay, that was my drum roll. Okay. So, it's definitely purple. You can see some of the pink, but it almost just wanted to do brown. So, I don't really understand why it didn't work, but I'm happy with it. What I'm not happy with is all this dye. That is all dye right there, caked on my head. One good thing is that when I go to work, I don't wear the face mask like this because of I have panic attacks, and so I have a doctor's note. And no, I'm not a Karen. No offense to my best friend Karen. She's not a Karen either, even though she's a Karen. Okay, but I wear the visor, and so the visor comes right along here, so that'll cover that until I can get that off. I've been using alcohol trying to get it off, but it's not wanting to obey. But I still like it. I had blonded my hair, and so I mean you can see like weird spots in it. That's me. Oh my god. Sorry. Skye. John went to buy medicine, or no, John went to buy dog food for the dogs, and Walmart was out of the dog food that we always get them. So he went ahead and bought a different kind. And it upset Skye's belly. And so she's had diarrhea and the stinkiest farts. Oh my god. Now this dog is the sweetest dog. Okay? I mean, she's a pit bull. I think that if anybody was going to hurt Sabrina or me, I think she would take them down. But other than that, she's just a sweetie. Come here, Skye. Come here, baby. Come here. Yeah. Yeah. Say hi to the peoples. Say hi, people. See right here? See? Yeah. Well, the only thing dangerous about this dog right now is her farts. They're very dangerous. And when she sleeps with me, she sleeps, I keep a pillow beside me. And like when I roll over, I put my arm on the pillow. Well, when she's in the bed with me, because he's just little, her's just little, yeah. She thinks she's just little. She lays on that pillow, but she wants under the cover. So she tunnels under the cover. So when I roll over in the middle of the night and put my arm on my pillow or around her, it's not this end I get. It's not this pretty end right here. I get the other end. I get the stinky end. Yay. Yay, Grandma. Yay. That's Grandma's granddogger. Yeah. So, now that I've talked about my hair and my fails, my discolored scalp, and my dog's farts, and having diarrhea, what else should I talk about? Well, I told a story today to a friend, and I think I'll tell it. My son might not appreciate it, but you know, the kid has embarrassed me over the years so many times that, you know, now it's my turn. Okay, so when he was 2 years old, okay, I put him down for a nap. He was almost 3. I put him down for a nap, and at the time I was working at home as a medical transcriptionist. You see this other one? She's making a bed. Okay. But, excuse me, I do not have corona. Okay, so I put him down for nap, and I went into the other room, and this was my time for me to do, to work a little bit. I worked a couple hours a day, just little side job, So I've got the earphones on, and I'm listening to the doctor talk, and I'm typing away, and which I couldn't do anymore with my witch hands. Yeah. So I'm typing and I'm working, and I'm really concentrating because you have to listen really good. because you don't want to put something wrong in somebody's chart. That would kind of be bad. So have you ever been doing something and been concentrating so hard that you really you notice something, but it doesn't register in your brain that something is not right? Well, I noticed a smell in the air, a smell that, should not have been there, but I was so concentrating that, it didn't bother me so bad, and then it dawned on me, when I finished the report I was doing, I shouldn't be smelling anything. So I turn everything off and I go check. Well, my lovely child, 2 years old, going on 3, something like that, he had snuck out of his bedroom. He's supposed to be fast asleep. It wasn't even Christmas time. Santa wasn't even watching. All right. So this child, this lovely child of mine, snuck out of the bed and pulled a chair over to a tall shelf. And on the top shelf was a bottle of fingernail polish. Well, he had went to bed in just his diaper or pull-up or whatever you want to call it. And when I found him, he had painted himself. He had fingernail polish caked in his fingers, all under his fingernails. He had it caked on his toenails. He had it thick, caked on his legs and arms and his belly. The child was trying to turn himself pink. Yes. Well, then I noticed what else he had done. He had painted our glass top tables, and he had painted the TV screen pink, and he had painted the black part of the frame around the old TVs, like old, we're talking 2000, so it's that plastic black case, you know what I'm talking about. So he had painted part of that pink. Not a lot, just a little. So I figured those are all not important, but I got to get this off my child. So I get a washcloth and I soak it with fingernail polish remover. And I'm scrubbing this child, and I'm scrubbing, and I'm scrubbing, I'm scrubbing every part of him. And I get it all off him. It was really difficult. The poor boy, his skin was pink from me having to scrub. Not from fingernail polish anymore. But then I realized, my child is now flammable. Not good. So I go and I run a tub for him, and I put him in the tub. Now this child, he was pretty much potty trained at this point. Okay. Except for, like when he was asleep, sometimes he would pee. So I put him in the tub, and everything is cool. And I go and I clean up the living room while he's in the tub. Now my husband, he was working the night shift at the time, and he was asleep in the bed right there, right where my son was. So, and it didn't take very long to clean up the tables. The table and the TV screen, it came right off. It was like never been there. But now on the plastic black part around the TV screen, when I tried to do that with the fingernail polish remover, it took the black off, and it was going to make a bigger spot of white on the black frame than if I left a little bit of pink on there. So the TV stayed pink. Then I go into the bathroom, and it didn't take me very long to do that because it really wiped up really, really easy. It was off the skin that was so hard, and where it was caked under his nails and under his toenails, and Children. You gotta love them. But, so I go into the bathroom to check on my child, to make sure that he was no longer flammable. And he had pooped in the tub. Yes. Now, mind you, the tub is right next to the toilet, like most tubs are. So he could have stepped out of the tub and sat on the potty and went to the bathroom. But no. He made floaties. Not only that. He was a finger painter. Yes, a finger painter. So, from as far as he could reach standing up, with his arms up high, that child had finger painted with his poop all over the tub's wall, all over the tub, all over himself. The child was no longer flammable, but he stunk. Yes, it was that bad. Now at this point, I'm like, I really don't want to kill my child. I don't want to beat my child. So I wake my husband up and I said, I'm sorry, honey, but you've got to deal with your child before I kill him. So my poor husband had to wake up an hour or so early to go clean up his beautiful child, who ended up having to have another bath after he took his poo bath. Yeah. So this child, the friend that I was talking to today, I told her that story. And then I told her another story. And it was about the same age, a little bit younger, probably. Because he wasn't talking at all. He was just blah, 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 blah. You know how kids do. Toddlers. Okay. Well, he, I told you he was a finger painter. Okay. I wish I would have thought to give the child paint. Not fingernail paint. Polish. But paint. Because that would have been so much nicer. Okay. He would wake up in the morning or from a nap or whatever, and if he pooped in his diaper, he would take the diaper off because evidently he didn't like how it felt on his butt. However, he seemed to like it on his hands. So he would take it and he would paint all over his walls and paint his little car bed and paint everything in his room, including himself. I don't understand. Is it like a toddler war paint? Was the child going off to war? I don't know. I mean, is there such thing as a poop war? I don't know. But if there is, that's where that child was going. So normally we would catch it before it got too bad. Well, this one day, oh my Lord, that child must have got up early. And he had painted his walls, his bed, his sheets, himself. He had poop. Sorry. I must have said something wrong. On his head, on his face. War paint. I'm telling you. War paint. Poo paint. So my husband takes the child again to go clean him off. Well, I get the task of cleaning up the bedroom. So I cleaned it up and I scrubbed, I got out, back in those days, I was all like, gotta bleach everything. The room was white. So, it, semi-gloss. So, it was good, easy to clean. So I cleaned everything and I kept smelling poop. No matter what, I kept smelling poop. My husband and I, we looked all over trying to find where that poop was. We checked on the shelves. We checked under the bed. We checked everywhere. Could not find it. A couple days later, it's still smelling in the room. And I'm like, I finally, at the time, we called him Jonny. His name is, well, his birth name is Jonathan. We call him John now, but he was Jonny back then. And finally I said, Jonny, is there more poopy in your room? And he went, blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. Well, can you show me where the poopy is? The child walked right straight to his bedroom door and shut the door. There was poop on the inside of his door, all over the inside of his door. Now, when we went into the room, we opened up the door, and the door went up against the wall. Okay. So we couldn't see what was on the back of the door. It never even dawned on us. And when we would leave out of the room and shut the door, we only saw the clean side. So I scraped that off of that door. Lovely, 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 lovely. Got that all cleaned up. And that was another fun time. Now, let's jump forward 3 years. He's now 5 years old. Okay. That was Skye shaking. Shaking her head, and her collar hit the desk. Again. Careful, you're going to knock your head off. Okay, sorry. Commercial. Okay, so he's 5 years old, and his daddy's working the evening shift now, like second shift, I guess. So he's at work, and I have strep throat, and I am sicker than a dog. Temperature 103.5 or something like that. I mean, it was way up there, and my glands were all swollen, and I could not swallow. It hurt to talk. I just wanted to lay down and sleep. Okay, I just wanted to lay down and die. That's how I felt. It was that bad. Okay, but so I'm home with this child when he gets home from school, and so I'm thinking, okay, what can I do? You know, I've kept him occupied, but now he's bored, and you know, I've got to do something with him. So I'm thinking, he loves bath time. He's 5. Shouldn't be a problem. He's in kindergarten, for God's sakes. So I put him in the tub, and I filled it up a good amount with nice warm water, so hopefully it wouldn't get cold fast. And I laid on my bed. Okay. And I would hear, you know, I'm laying there, and I would hear splash, splash, splash. And that was fine. But as soon as it would get quiet, I would say, Jonny, are you okay? Yeah, Mommy. All right, good. And so this lasted for about an hour. And I said to him, Jonny, is the water getting cold? A little bit. And I said, well, let me know when you're done. And, you know, splash, splash, whatever. And finally he says, Mommy, I'm done. And I said, okay. Now, I'm so sick. I'm trying to drag this on as long as I can. And so I'm like, well, honey, would you let the water out of the tub, pull the drain, and let the water out of the tub? I figured that would save me, you know, give me a minute or two while he let the water drain out of the tub. Oh, no. No, 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 no. No. What he said next had me jumping off the bed. Mommy, there's no water in the tub. And I said, well, did you already let it out? No. Where's the water? I jumped up, and my child's standing there stark naked. And he is in the middle of the bathroom, standing in just above his ankle deep water. He had taken one of his little toy cup things and one cup at a time dumped the water out of the tub onto the bathroom floor. 5 years old. This child knew not to do that. You know, he's 22 now. He'll be 23 in April. I am so surprised I let him get this old with the shenanigans that he has done. And that was only in his first 5 years of his life. Well, I was so sick, and I just saw this. The carpet was soaked. It had went underneath the wall in my into my walk-in closet, and everything that was on the floor in the walk-in closet was soaked. So glad I filled that tub extra full. No. So I had to call my parents, and they came over with their shop vac, and my mom vacuumed up the water out of the bathroom, out of the out of the bedroom floor, out of the closet floor. She moved all the stuff that was in the closet that had gotten wet. My dad, on the other hand, he took Jonny and gave him a little lesson on his butt. Yeah. So, one thing about it is he learned his lesson and he never did that again. Alright, so I know this has been kind of a long video. It's not my normal videos. I just thought I would share some of my son's shenanigans with you and show you my purple-ish hair and my very purple scalp. And hashtag still in my PJs. But then again, it is bedtime now, so it's bedtime, so that's okay this time. So, alright. Well, I hope to be making a video more often. I'm going to start painting some more. I know my lighting still is bad in here. I've got a brand new light. I haven't opened it yet because I don't have anywhere to set it up. I'm in a 10 by 12 foot room, sort of. But I've got so much furniture in this room. We went from a 3-bedroom basement house to a 1-bedroom apartment. And this room is actually not a bedroom. It's should be like either a kid's playroom or they call it a den. It could be like a sewing room or like an art room or something like that. But it's my bedroom. And I have a twin-size bed in here because that's all that would fit. And I've got 2 shelves in here. I've got a dresser. I've got a desk. And I've got a chair. But they're not even touching. One's on this side and one's on this side. So I just don't have any room in this room. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm trying to get everything organized. And that's my goal for the new year. I don't do resolutions, but I do set goals, and that's my goal. So yeah. So hopefully I'll start painting again, and I can start doing more videos. And I want to. I'm gonna set up an Etsy account and start selling my paintings on Etsy, or at least try to. I also have been looking into Redbubble, which is where you take your art prints or your drawings or whatever, or I would take them, and I would put them on mugs and t-shirts and shower curtains and whatever else, and you could go and buy, you go on the Redbubble store, and you would buy the paintings that you like or whatever, and on a shirt or on masks, whatever. But I don't do too much drawing though. So like I've been following a YouTuber artist, and she does a lot of drawing using inks and pencils and so forth. And so her merchandise, her artwork looks awesome on the mugs, you know, drawings of cats and whatever. But abstract art, I don't know how that would look. But, you know, it's something to try. And, you know, all I can do is try and have two outcomes. It either works or it doesn't. And that's all there is to it, right? It's either positive or negative. Whatever. So, all right, well, I'm going to go now. I think I already said that 3 times now. Hey, I just realized this is the first video that I have not said pardon my hair or please excuse my hair. Even though I need to say please excuse my scalp. Oh well, you know. It is what it is. The things we do for beauty, right? Or, you know, whatever this is. I'm happy with it. I think we're going to bleach this part, and then we're going to put the pink, because the pink is actually like bright pink like this. So, yeah. So I think that's what we're going to do, is we're going to bleach the ends and then put the pink and blend it up into the purple and see how that works. But after that happens, I'll show you that video. So, alright, so as always, please like, subscribe, share the video, jingle the little bell so you get all the notifications of whenever I put out a video. And again, like and subscribe, because I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers. Once you get 1,000, then you can start getting your videos can become monetized. My ultimate goal would be to paint and do YouTube videos and no longer work out in the public and have to worry about the coronavirus or anything like that anymore. I don't want to have to worry about that with my low immune system. So, but that can't happen until I get 1,000 likes. No, 1,000 subscribers. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's okay. I'm still happy. Even if I don't know what I'm talking about. You know? So, as always, see ya, love ya, bye.